What do you mean you got distracted? Muzan yelled at Kokoshibo. All the upper moons were watching at a far distance. There never seemed the Demon King this angry, especially at one of the upper moons. I can't believe Yinshan actually escaped. I thought it could honestly be impossible for her, Doma said, putting his elbows on the rail, laying his head on his palms. I'm glad she was actually able to escape, though I am going to miss her a lot. Akaza thought, praying no mind to Doma. I'm sorry, Master. A demon slayer slashed my eyes. Then another one came and ran away with her. She was gone before I could follow. I'm very disappointed with you, Kokoshibo. My deepest apologies, Master. Kokoshibo bowed, hoping that his master will spare him. Muzan immediately decided just to punish him, not kill him, but losing Kokoshibo would be a loss to his army. So, as a punishment, he crushed Kokoshibo's organs. While it was extremely painful, he endured it in silence. He was just grateful he was merciful enough not to be killed. Don't make the same mistake once we get her back, he said, thinking he would have her once again. Of course, Master, Kokoshibo said, hoping for your return. I have just arrived to my nearby built estate and looked around. I can't wait to start decorating. I was so excited to decorate it. I've never really done it before, but I at least have some ideas of what kind of decorations I want. But I definitely know I want a garden. That is the most important thing to me, 'cause I'll be able to grow herbs and medicine and grow some beautiful flowers like my father did. As I was thinking of decorating ideas, there was a knock on my door. I opened it and saw Mitsuru the basket. Oh, hello, Mitsuru-san. What did you have there? It's a housewarming present. She gave me the basket and I sat it down on the table. Thank you. Thank you, Mitsuru-san. That's very thoughtful of you. So, Yinshan, have any ideas of how you want to decorate your estate? Yes, I have. The only one I will do for sure is having a garden, so I can grow herbs and flowers. Oh, that's a great idea. Then I grabbed something out. Mitsuri-san, have you had anything to eat today? Then her stomach growled. She flushed in embarrassment, and I giggled. I guess there's my answer. That's a good thing. I was about to prepare some food. Would you like to stay and eat with me? I keep trying to say Shinobu when it's Mitsuri-san. I would love to. Wow, Yinshan, this is so good. I know, right, Mitsuri-san? That's the 15th time you've told me. I said polite. She told me every time she refilled her bowl. I know. I just want you to know how much I love it. I love you. I mean it. The food. Yeah, I want you to know how much I love your cooking. She let out an awkward laugh. You don't have to tell me. The smile on your face and the happiness in your eyes tells me enough. I'm glad to know that you enjoy the food. It makes me happy. She then blushed red. Hanagawa was going to kill me. When I looked in the mirror and saw myself in my uniform, I realized that Kokoshibo still had my sword. Remembering what happened to Tanjiro when he broke his sword, I was not thrilled to have a new one made for me, knowing how Hanagawa is going to react. But he won't be arriving for 15 days, so I won't have to worry too much. For now, I was focusing on decorating my estate. I already finished my room and the kitchen. I decided to perhaps start the garden, change my clothes, and got some gloves. I planted my herbs first, checking if they were properly planted. Inosuke, stop being so loud. I heard a familiar voice. Oh, shut up. I heard another all too familiar voice. Should we be visiting? What if she's busy? I opened the screen door. I'm not busy. Trust me. I looked to see the trio. Come on, I'll make us some tea. I made us some tea. I also closed the blind so Nezuko could come out. She was hugging my side as we all chatted. So, did you see him? Zenitsu asked. See who? Muzan. Did you see him? I looked down at my tea. Yeah, I did in fact. I would see him almost every day. Why? Tanjiro asked. He wanted to turn me into a demon. I patted Nezuko's head, then she crawled up close to me. If he wanted you a demon, why didn't he just turn you into one? He wanted me to tell him I wanted to be a demon. Why? I don't know. Maybe the way to show loyalty or accomplishment? I honestly don't know. Well, good thing you got out of there. Now you're back here safe and sound. I swear, I won't let that happen ever again. Tanjiro said it with a dark aura and scary vibe, but I just decided not. He just might be angry about me being captured. Things slowly went back to normal, except for a couple of things. Mitsuri, Rengoku, and Tanjiro would visit me quite often. Nobody wanted me to go anywhere alone. Some of them fellow Hashira were concerned since I live alone. While I was decorating my home, Shinobu would help and would sleep over. I wasn't supposed to pone to the idea, but when I asked her, she would say, "Oh, so I can help you tomorrow too." What a silly question, Yin-chan. I also think you should have more company over at night. That way you'll be safe. Also, some Hashira offered to teach me some of their techniques, which I decided to take their offer up on. Rengoku was great. He had a very motivational, but he made sure I wasn't pushing myself too much. Izui and his wives taught me some of their ninja skills. Now I'm a bit faster and more quiet. Shinagawa offered to train me, but thinking of all the possible training he'll have to do, so didn't sound so in pleasurement, but he was very instantable, so I agreed in the end. I didn't end up regretting it. He was surprisingly patient and gave me some helpful tips. I believe I did become stronger. Today was a rare day, where all the other Hashira had off. I was also planning on starting my garden, so I thought how fun it would be to have a garden party. I'm sorry if I found that boring. I'm sorry, I'm mean. I asked them if they would like to join me and perhaps help me with my garden alongside with a trio. Everyone agreed and came over. I told them how I wanted my garden planted, and they all got to work. I also worked on it and helped everyone if they needed help. After a while, I went inside to get everyone drinks and a bunch of food. Hey, everyone, come inside and wash up a bit. I made some food for us all to eat. Everyone came in, washed their hands, and sat down to eat. They all complimented me on my cooking. I thanked them all for helping me and set up the garden and for hanging out with me. I looked out the window to see my lovely garden, though I could only see a small portion of it through the window. By the way, you just picture a garden of your liking with flowers and trees and maybe some other stuff if you guys like that. After we worked on the garden a little bit more, but then came time for everyone to head back home or get ready to go out and slay some demons, though the trio stayed with me. They asked if they could spend the night, and I had no problem with it. Later that night, the three were still wide awake, and Nezuko was out of her box. Me and her were sitting on a bench in the garden as I made her a flower crown. Well, aren't you the most beautiful girl, Nezuko? She smiled, then looked at my neck and put her hand on where Muzan would usually bite my neck. She made a sad, concerned expression. I put my hand over it and waved my hand. It's okay, Nezuko. I don't even feel it anymore. It doesn't hurt. I'm fine. I then put her hand on my lap as I played with her hair. Then I felt someone put a flower in my hair. You know, Yin-chan, all these flowers are beautiful, but they shall never outshine you. They will ever only make you more beautiful, Zenitsu said. Then I started crying. Wow, Yinshan, I'm sorry. Did I do something to upset you? I'm sorry. I wiped my eyes. No, it's not that. It's just that's something my father would say to me at night before he died. Oh, I'm sorry, Yinshan. I didn't mean to remind you of, well, that. Please don't apologize. It reminds me of such happy vibes, you know. Even though I wish it never happened, it's not that all that bad because I met you, Nezuko, Tanjiro, and Zenitsu. Not Zenitsu, Inosuke, and the other Hashira. You all are like my new family to me. You looked at the moon. Zenitsu looked at you, and you practically glowed in the moonlight. The flowers around you made you more angelic. I had a really fun time yesterday, but as of now, I had to visit Okiya-sama's estate. I was excited to see the family again. It's been a long time. I knocked on the door and saw Mrs. Ubuyashiki. I bowed. Hello, Mrs. Ubuyashiki. Hello, Yin. Please stand and come on in. I stood up and walked in and saw the whole family. I put my sword in front of me and bowed. Greetings, Okiya-sama and Ubuyashiki family. Yin, no need for the formalities. Nobody is going to disturb us. It's just us. I sat up a bit and saw Kurayaka wave at me a bit, and I sat a smile on his face. Yin, I was informed that Kibutsuji sucked your blood from time to time when you were captured at his stronghold. Speaking of, I ask that you tell me everything you learned. Yes, Ubuyashiki. Time passed, and I told him everything I knew, even the part where Muzan had told me and wanted me to become his demon queen, or whatever that was. They were so surprised that all of them gasped. Even the twins were so stalked most of the time. Thank you, Yin, for giving us that information. If it's not too much, would you like to join us for dinner? It has been a long time since we were all ate together. Are you sure? I wouldn't want to intrude. Oh, please, Oni-san. Kayaka said with the cutest puppy dog eyes. I sighed. I can't say no to those eyes. Very well. They all smiled, and soon we walked to the table and had dinner. Later, after dinner, I sat on the porch of their estate about to leave. Oni-san, I heard Kayaka call out. Oh, Kayaka? What brings you out here? I was just about to leave. I'm worried about you. The thing about Kibutsuji, it scares me. I don't want you to be his. You belong to the Demon Slayer course with the Ubuyashiki family. Please promise me that you won't get captured again. He pled. I lowered my head to his level and patted his cheek. Kayaka, this world is completely unpredictable, so I cannot promise that. But I can promise no matter what, I will always come back. My loyalty to the Demon Slayer course shall never fade away. Same to your family. I love you all so dearly. I pulled a flower out of my hori, a fidget iris. Yeah, a frigid iris. Then I put it behind his ear, then kissed the top of his head. That's for good fortune to come to you. Farewell for now, Kayaka. He disappeared from sight. Kayaka pulled out the flower and held it close to his heart. Please be careful, Oni-san. This is a Taisho area secret by me. This also does kind of contain manga spoilers, but did you know Ubuyashiki actually has 5 kids? 2 of them being twins and 3 of them being, I think, triplets. And you can actually tell the gender of the kids. The white hair kids are girls and the black haired one is the boy. If you've seen the anime, you'll understand. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and soon we'll have to meet not a new character, but someone who we've seen before. And maybe 3 of them will stay. Alright, bye lovelies. Sorry for the little details in the future. But thank you guys so much for listening. Bye, lovelies.